Afternoon all, it's just approaching 5 to 5. It's a Sunday and myself and Mark are back out for another short session. Bit out of breath. Raced here from work and got everything sorted and in position. So all settled now. Quite a muggy afternoon, but I don't know if you can hear in the distance, but it's a really windy one. We're experiencing the back end of a hurricane which has been circling over America the last couple of days by the name of Bertha. It's been raining for most of the morning. Pleased to say it's stopped now, but if you followed the blogs over recent weeks and months, you know that myself and Mark both enjoy fishing in the rain, and certainly the venue that we're fishing today, it tends to help the fishing, but I'm expecting a bit more as the session progresses. It's stopped for the meantime, but it's quite windy, very muggy and overcast. It's a new wind and we're fishing right in the teeth of it. We're the only people here, so we've got the pick of the swims, and after having a short walk round, we've picked two which we think is the best for the time available. Only time will tell on that score, but normal presentations. I've got two snowmans out there. Got a CM2 snowman presentation, the third outing on the Tangiterra, the new bait that I'm putting through its paces from Angling Direct, and my third rod is fished on a chod rig with a nice white fluoro popple, fished over a good helping of coconut cream bottom baits. So there we go, looking over the water. There's quite a chop on the water, as you'd well imagine, with the wind they're experiencing. So I have seen one fish cruising across the surface, but not in the zone that I'm fishing. Mark's a bit further on down, about 2 pegs away to the right of me, and he's pretty much fishing the same tactics, snowmans and the baits. So just nice to be out here, folks. Couldn't make it last week. I know Mark went out with his young lad last week, fished the day ticket water, and had quite a few fish in the afternoon, which was great for his young child, Evan. Mark's got 3 children and he took his youngest son out, and hopefully he's got the bug now and he'll be joining us in the next few years when he gets a little bit older, so that was nice. But I couldn't make it out, unfortunately, due to family commitments, but that's the way it goes. But glad to be here, and fingers crossed I can winkle one out, and hopefully it's on that Tangiterra. The previous 2 sessions I've done on it, I've had absolutely fizzing galore over the spots, so they visited it, and I really should have done a bite by now, but that's the way it goes sometimes in carp fishing. But who knows, third time's lucky. So yeah, so everything's in position, and I'm just going to sit here and watch the water for a few minutes, and then I'm going to put on the kettle for the first brew of the session. So fingers crossed, folks, we can have something to show you this afternoon. Yeah, it's looking great. Okay, folks, quick update. Smack on 6:30 now. I've just respotted my left and middle rod. They're the two that have are out there on the spots on the old snowman presentations. Rebaited both the spots with another couple of handfuls of bottom baits, CM2s and Tangiterras respectively. Incidentally, within minutes of the Tangiterra one settling and being put back on the rest, I was having a few bleeps, so that's a good sign. But it's the only activity I've had since I've started fishing. Been watching the water like I always do, like a hawk. Seen a couple of fish crash, which have been more towards Mark, and I think he's had one, to be honest. I was watching the water and I just saw the line skating across the surface, bit of commotion, so no confirmation yet, but I think he's had one. But to be quite honest, if it was a decent one, I think he'd have been on the mobile and told me to come up and pay him a visit. So I'll try and get that confirmed a bit later, but you can probably hear the wind in the background. It's really blowing a proper hooligan now, and the old sirens are bleeping every now and then when the wind rocks the bobbins. But yeah, it's It's a bit quiet for my liking, but you can't catch them at home, can you? You've got to go out there and give it your best shot, whatever length of time you got to do your fishing. So I'll keep chopping and changing, and certainly will be recasting. That's one tactic that I have noticed works reasonably well on this venue, and that is recasting roughly every hour and a half to 2 hours, and kind of like match tactics, just trickling the bait in. That really does tend to, I've had some real quick action doing that, and incidentally, I've just put some bait out there, and as I said to you, I've had some quick little bleeps, and that was on the middle rod on the Tangiterra. I mean, it could be roach just in the margin tapping the line, but it could be carp hopefully visiting and having a graze on the old spot. So yeah, so I think Mark's had one. I'll try and get that confirmed a bit later, but until then folks, I'm just going to keep plodding away, and hopefully one of them is going to rattle off, and I'm going to have something to show you a bit later. So just thought I'd give you a brief update. Catch you in a bit folks. Okay folks, well, I told you I was having bleeps on that rod as soon as I put it back out. This one's not the biggest fish I'm ever going to catch, but I'm pleased to say it's the first fish on the Tangiterra. One of the little stockies. It's been a bit, going to have a bit silted up in the margins, but have a quick look at him folks. A bit lively, as per usual. Unhooked him in the landing net this time. Left him in the margin and got the rod back out with a load of gear around it. Try and maximise time available. Just calm it down a bit. I've donned the waterproofs because it's just started to rain again. Oh, it's a real bar of soap, this one. There we go folks. Calm it down. There you go folks, you can just make that up. Bit of an unusual tail this one. I don't know, what's that? 4 or 5 pound? 6 at a push. There you go folks, that's the first on the Tangiterra. Hopefully it's not the last. Okay folks, I've just had another one. And believe it or not, it was smaller than the one I showed you. It was about £2, but as you can clearly see, the spot, which is absolutely littered now with Tangiterra boilies, is absolutely being ripped up. I mean, look at the fizzing out there. God, that rod's got to go again surely. I'm trying to keep a steady hand here folks, so apologies for the wobbly camera work, and apologies when I was filming that fish, because it wasn't the best, was it? But I mean, look at that. It's like someone's dropped an Alka-Seltzer out there. Surely that rod's got to go again in a bit. Surely. Right folks, I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I want to get in position just in case it does. So that's 2 fish now on the middle rod on the Tangiterra, one about 4 or 5 pound and one about £2, so hopefully something's going to come along a bit bigger. Okay folks, the old action's getting fast and furious now. Just had a double take. Both around about the same size, about 10-11 pound. One was on the Tangiterra, and then whilst I was playing that, just to get it in the net, just about to kiss the odd spreader, blocked the left-handers, belted off on the CM2. So that's 4 in total for this evening. Mark's popped round for a quick brew. He's had some action. I think he said he's had about 5 or 6, I can't remember to be quite honest. Biggest around about £17. We decided though, unless he nails one in the 20 mark, we're not really going to bother going around and seeing Mark this evening, because we're about 2 pegs apart. But it's looking good folks for some more action. It's absolutely, the bottom's being ripped up now on a couple of spots, so I'm going to keep this one short and sweet, and I'm going to pop these 2 back, because if he goes I ain't going to have room in the landing net. So fantastic stuff, chuffed to bits, and that's 3 on the Tangiterra, and I've just had a bleep folks, so I'm going to see you in a bit. Yeah, this is number 5. Got a feeling we've had this little fella before, but the only reason I'm filming it because it's the 4th capture this evening on the Tangi Terra, and it's the biggest one. We haven't weighed it, Mark, have we? But
no, he's
normally be about 20, 21 on it.
Yeah, he's just over 20 normally.
It's not all about the angling, nature, wildlife. Just look at that sky. Fishing brings us close to everything. Really enjoyed it this evening. In the latter stages now, just having a slow pack up, so who knows, there could be one more left to complete what's been a great night's angling.